Hey, Sam Mitch 2 Dole here. Switch 2 is actually real somehow. I can't. So, this has taken a while. Pretty much everything about this console has already leaked by now, but I haven't talked about it on my channel yet, so I'm just gonna go over everything. The design is just so good. The design is just so good. I mean, I would be surprised with a lot of these changes, but I mean, they've already all leaked, like I said, but everything about it, it's not a huge change. It's pretty subtle, actually, but the more rounded off corners, everything's more blends into each other better. The way everything is colored with the more subtle accents, it's just really well done. I'm very happy with how it looks based on what is in this trailer. I really want to just hold this thing. I see this and I want to hold it in this trailer. I see that Switch, I see that video game console, and I want to hold it in my hands. I want to touch it. It's crazy how every single leak was true, though. Like, it has the magnets. The magnets are crazy. I should talk about that, actually. The magnets are insane. Like, I am really assuming here that it's going to hold it in better than the rails did, because the rails wobbled a little. When you move, you can move the Joy-Con slightly in place, and I think with these magnets, the way they're designed, we're not going to see this at all. And it just seems so satisfying, so instant. And that's a thing. I think having that sort of instant, just click it in and you're done kind of thing, even more than the Switch, will make it just more smooth and more convenient. Like, the same way you drop the Switch into the dock, is you'll just drop the Joy-Cons on the Switch. You won't slide them on a particular rail. It'll be even more clean and simple, and it's so smart. It's not going to change the concept of the console, but it's just refining it, and that's kind of the whole philosophy of this, from what I can tell from the trailer. It's just refining what's already good about the Switch, which I already think is the best video game console of all time, and just making it like that much better. It's so smart, and I'm so excited, genuinely, for what else they're gonna do. I did notice one thing from the leaks that is here still is the little button, the extra button on one of the Joy-Cons. And I'm wondering what that actually does. It's not labeled in this trailer. So what does that button do? What is that for? And I guess we'll find out in April, which, April, it's gonna be a while. Oh yeah, they definitely applied the thing about using the Joy-Con as a mouse is real. At the part where the Joy-Cons are gliding around, I could be crazy, but I feel like they implied we're going to be able to use one of them as a mouse. And if this control scheme actually works, this could be like revolutionary for this console, for the Switch at least. Like, having actual optical mouse controls on the Switch, especially for shooters and like tactical games and stuff. But I'm just imagining I can play Fortnite or whatever, I can play a shooter in handheld and then immediately switch over to having like mouse controls. And that just makes it sound like there's even less of a reason to need to use PC. I always end up playing shooters on PC just for mouse and keyboard. Anyways, there's one more thing I've held off on mentioning in this discussion. Mario Kart 9 is an actual thing. Mario Kart 9 is an actual thing. Mario Kart 9 is real. They just showed Mario Kart 9. It looks so good. It looks so good. It's just a little bit of like off-screen footage from what I can tell. From what they showed, it looks visually, okay, it's not a huge difference from Mario Kart 8, but from what I can tell, there's just a bit more polish there. And I think we'll see it a lot more when we can get actual full-screen footage, because it's a little hard to tell. But also, what wasn't immediately obvious to me, but I've noticed now, 24 players, it seems. I think they have doubled the player count, and I'm assuming that's something that's only possible because they upgraded the hardware, and that is amazing. The lobbies, having actual lobbies full of like real people, like on voice chat or something, with 24 people, it's going to be incredible. Other stuff, the designs are a little different, especially for like Mario and Donkey Kong. If you look at Mario, he looks like Wonder, which kind of makes sense. Like, he still looks like Mario. If you look at Donkey Kong, he looks like the movie. And this is really interesting to me. This is kind of getting out of the topic of the Switch, but is this Donkey Kong's design now? Or are future games, or is he just going to look like this? I don't know. But It looks great, and it's too bad we're probably going to know nothing about it until April, which that's a bit of a wait, honestly, and I'm just so excited. I can't wait for this. I love Nintendo. Nintendo's my favorite games developer, my favorite games company, my favorite games anything. And unlike a lot of people lately, I really love their hardware, so I'm not just excited at the prospect of playing Nintendo games better. I'm excited at the prospect of using my Nintendo console to play all my games and have them run good, which we also know, based on the existing leaks, this is going to run games good. This is going to be ballpark a little bit above like last gen performance, like on the main home consoles, which doesn't sound amazing until you consider this as a handheld. And that's like Steam Deck levels, if not above that. And most games work on there. I don't think people realize most games work on the Steam Deck with like a nice looking visuals. I mean, having that dedicated console software, not running Linux or anything, it could be incredible. I'm actually feeling like this will deliver impressive visuals, and not like, whoa, Nintendo really pulled that off, but like games will run good on here and you will notice it. You will be like, this is high end enough. So I expect this console will get pretty much most cross-platform games for a few years. It won't be like a miracle port thing. It'll just be like, wow, games come out on here. And that's really exciting, honestly, for the Nintendo console to not fall behind. And I think one of the main reasons for this is that they made special hardware for this. It's not using some chip NVIDIA already had. They made this for the Switch. I'm rambling. This was not scripted at all. I'm just so excited I didn't script it. I want to know what you think about the new Switch. Are you going to get it? I'm going to get it. I'm actually probably going to sell my Steam Deck. I'm broke, very broke, and I don't use my Steam Deck, so I'm probably just going to get some money back on that so I can get a new Switch. Sorry, Valve. I have a gaming laptop. I can just use that. But, yeah. My questions to y'all. Are you excited? Are you going to get it right away like I am? And what's your Switch friend code so we can play Mario Kart 9 when it comes out? I'll see you later. Bye!
Fucking magnets, how do they work?